next morning, everyone in the house was very busy, helping Heidi to pack for her trip. Heidi also rushed around, collecting the few things she had brought with her. She said goodbye to Clara, and although she was very sorry to be leaving her, she was very happy to be going to see her grandfather again. Clara wished Heidi luck and happiness and thanked her for the hours of kindness she had given her. "You have helped me to forget about my illness," Clara told her. "I'll miss you." So Sebastian and Heidi made their way back to the mountain village. A few days later, they reached her grandfather's cottage. When Heidi's grandfather saw them coming, he rushed out to greet them. How happy they were to see each other. Sebastian stayed on for a few days and was made a welcome guest. Before Sebastian left to go back to Clara's family, Heidi picked a bunch of alpine flowers. "Promise me you'll take these flowers back to Clara," Heidi told him. "I promise," said Sebastian, as he waved goodbye to Heidi. Heidi loved being back in her grandfather's village. She was very fond of her grandfather, and he was very proud of her. On Sunday, they went to the local church together. Everyone in the village had heard that Heidi was back again, so a long line of villagers turned out to welcome her. Grandfather told the vicar he was sorry he hadn't sent Heidi to school and promised that he would send her to the little school in the village. "Does that mean I can stay here in the mountains with you, Grandfather?" "Of course, my dear," he said. "You're already the most popular girl in the village." Heidi felt very contented and couldn't wait to tell Peter the good news. After church, Heidi went to visit Peter. "This time, I'm here to stay," she told him happily. The next day, Heidi received some exciting news from her grandfather. "I hear that your friend Clara has been ill," he told her. "The doctor has suggested that the fresh mountain air would do her good. So she's coming to the mountains to visit us." As promised, Clara turned up a few days later. Heidi saw her being carried up the mountain by two strong men. "They're here! They're here!" she cried, and she rushed out to greet them. "Clara, these are the mountains I told you about," said Heidi. "I'm sure you'll enjoy it here. I run and play all day and never tire of it here." Clara breathed in the clean mountain air. She was starting to feel better already. That day, Clara and Heidi played for hours on the sun-filled slopes of the mountain. It didn't matter that Clara couldn't walk, because Heidi pushed her everywhere in her wheelchair. They talked and laughed until sunset. On the first night of Clara's stay, Heidi was so tired that she fell asleep straight away. Heidi slept peacefully, but Clara tossed and turned in her bed. It took her a long time to get to sleep. She felt very restless and desperately wished she could be well again. "Oh, how I'd love to walk up the mountains," she thought to herself. The next morning, Heidi woke up first. She gently tapped Clara on the shoulder. "Wake up," she said. "Peter is waiting downstairs for us. We're going up into the mountains with the goats today." Her grandfather called out, "Heidi, I've cooked breakfast for you both. Hurry downstairs, it's getting cold." So they both got dressed and went to the table. When they had finished eating, He watched proudly as they both set off. He already thought of both the girls as his grandchildren. Peter and Heidi took turns in pushing Clara up into the mountains with them. In no time at all, they had walked for several miles. They told her the names of the different trees and flowers at the mountainside, and Clara soon learned them all. Soon she looked much healthier, and her cheeks grew rosy. Clara's appetite grew, and she soon began to forget about her illness. Day after day, Peter, Heidi, and Clara went out into the mountains, and every day Clara felt a little stronger, until one day she felt so strong that she wanted to try and walk. "Could you help me out of my wheelchair, please?" she asked. So they helped her up and gently held her arms. To everybody's surprise, Clara started to walk. Heidi rushed down to her grandfather's cottage. "Come quickly, grandfather! Clara's walking!" she cried. Her grandfather followed her up the mountain path, and when he saw Clara walking without any help, he couldn't believe his eyes. Straight away he called the local doctor, and when he arrived, he was also amazed. "She's cured," he said. "She won't be needing her wheelchair anymore." Grandfather hugged Heidi. "Well done," he said. "It was the mountains that cured her, not me," Heidi told him. Clara stayed in the mountains during the summer months, and at the end of the summer her grandmother and Sebastian came to take her back home. When Clara left, she thanked Heidi's grandfather, Peter, and Heidi for all their help. She turned to look at the breathtaking mountains one more time. "Bye, everyone," said Clara. "I'll come back and visit soon." As she walked away with Sebastian and her grandmother, Heidi's grandfather called after her, "You know there is always a home here, and a grandfather," he said. "As long as your grandmother doesn't mind." "It would be an honor," said Clara's grandmother with a big smile. "We'll often think of you and Heidi in the beautiful mountains."